Wow, what a beautiful morning. The 13th of April and the 18th will be my birthday, so this is a beautiful blue sky morning. I hope it's going to remain like this. And I'm at Northampton and I'm the only one here, except for a couple of workers. There you go. Completely deserted station. Even had a nice chat with the lady on the ticket kiosk. There was a couple of freights down, looked as if they were going to run, whether they will, but what I plan to do is to do a little bit of touring, sitting on the trains, travelling around on an a West Midlands Day Ranger. And we shall go first to Birmingham New Street. Well, our first train of the day is going to be one that terminates here, come up from London Euston. And people will have to get off here if they want to get to Birmingham and get on that one over there in platform 4. Okay, here's our first freight. This has come from Felixstowe, and there should be one going south to Felixstowe. I think it's sitting up in the loop to the north of the station. I can't explain, but there's been some quite strange passenger movements. Wasn't expecting this one. I was expecting a freight going to Felixstowe, but maybe that's going to wait up the line. But my train for Birmingham will be in shortly. I reckon that's going to Wolverton. That lovely sound. Sounds like a tube train, doesn't it, in London? Well, here's my train. Freight hasn't turned up, but I think it might be up the north a bit. And I reckon that unit, that single unit, was going to be scrapped. Okay, leaving Northampton well on time, that's good. And we'll see if there is a freight up here or not. I see no headlamp on the curve. Job to see because I've got the sun half in my eyes. Oh, there you go. Took my eyes off it. I don't know whether there was a loco on that or whether they just parked there waiting to go into Northampton side. There you go. Facing that way, that's rare. I knew there was something moving around to the north of the station, but I couldn't fathom out what was going on. So I would imagine that that is going to reverse into the stone, the ballast side in Northampton. See you later. Okay, we're now approaching Coventry International Rail Freight Terminal. We're rocking and rolling over the points, and this is where the water train terminates and unloads all its bottled water that has come through the Channel Tunnel. Sometimes you get 3 or 4 locos here, sometimes you get none. We can do with all that horrible fencing as well, it's unnecessary. That was 66 is another one. Both of them are direct rail services. Next stop is Rugby. This is the approach to Rugby. I see a track machine. In fact, I can see 2 track machines. In fact, I think there's 3. And then nearer to us is the standby loco, usually Lady Penelope. Oh, Les Ross is right behind one of those track machines. Another deserted station. Wicked, isn't it? Train coming in, that'll be on its way to, what's the time? That'll be on its way to Northampton. We're now approaching Coventry station, and you can get to Nuneaton, and Leamington Spa, and that puts you on the Banbury line.
Nuneaton and Leamington Spa. If you're leaving us here, please ensure you take all your personal items with you and mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
Yes, right, okay, thank you.
Coventry will be your next station call.
Always get interrupted. Yeah, so not a lot of freight through here, but the freight that does come through here usually goes down through Banbury and down to Southampton that way. Looks as if they're doing some work here. Oh, blimey. Station buildings are all being renewed. New footbridge. Train coming over there. That'll be a Avanti.
London North Western Railway service to
Change here from Birmingham Airport, the National Exhibition Centre, Resorts World and Resorts World Arena. If you're leaving us here, please ensure you take all your personal items with you and mind the gap between the train and the platform edge. Automated ticket barriers may be in operation at this station, so please retain all tickets as they may be inspected upon departure. Please ensure you're wearing your face coverings at all times. Birmingham International is your next station call.
Oh, well, I needn't say anything. As soon as I start my camera up and go to open my mouth, it's either on the platform and the announcer starts, or it's on the train, the train manager come ticket collector starts. Got 2 trains in here there. Birmingham International serves Birmingham Airport or the Exhibition Centre. Just come to,
stop will be
see?
Marston Green.
See, you can't leave me alone. The next stop, no, never mind that. One of those trains, the one over the far side, towards where the steps, where the staircase goes up. That one over there. I'm sure when I went last. No, that's not the one then. The Rugeley Trent Valley train starts from Birmingham International, so I could have got off here and mucked about, but I think it would be more interesting to go to Birmingham New Street, where there's a few trains at least.
Please do not leave any belongings unattended.
Go away.
They may be removed without notice.
Okay, we're now approaching Lawley Street, and we've just passed a 37 sitting in the siding somewhere. And in a moment we'll be passing the site of the terminus of HS2.
We are now approaching Birmingham New Street, our final station.
There you are, that's where HS2 will be.
Change here for services across the West Midlands. It's easier to access other platforms via the escalators, stairs and lifts at the B end of the platform. Please do not leave your belongings unattended. They may be removed without notice. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sort it.
See it, we're going down under now.
Change, please.
Gee, up Neddy to the fair. We're going to Rugeley. What time will we get there? That's lovely, isn't it, eh? And there we have a sandwich and a cup of tea, and we've got about 35 minutes to wait. Deliberately deliberately chose to do that, so I've got plenty of time to get about and do what I want to do. Not many trains in. That's the train that I came in on. That's going to sit here for half an hour before it goes back. And if you want the toilet, cross country sitting there, and just surrounded by buildings. Train just come in over there, don't know where it's come from, don't know where it's going. That's the way out to Rugeley, Wolverhampton and that area. There are units coupled together. The train that I come in on is still sitting in the platform, so I used it to go to the toilet. Very handy, saves you going up in the lift and finding the toilet. Well, this is the south end of New Street, and this is the way out to the Bullring Shopping Centre. Right down the end now. Walked past the 8 coaches that I came in on, and that's now getting ready to depart. Have a look up there, you've got a whopping great big Bullring advertising board. Can't go back any further, not allowed. I'm right on the end of the platform now. And it's all like, it looks like mirror. I don't know what it's made of. Looks like aluminium foil. And on that balcony you can go and stand up there and watch the trains. Don't know what Grand Central, or whether that's a hotel, Odeon Cinema, a turret. Train's going back to Northampton now. So if I can work that out, when I got on that at Northampton, that had just come up from London Euston, so it's then gone from Northampton to Birmingham. It's now going Birmingham back to Northampton, and then Northampton back to Birmingham, and then Birmingham back to Euston. How about that? A lot of wheel scraping going on, isn't there? Hey? Don't know where that one's at. That one I think there has come from Nottingham. Might not have done, I don't know. Then that one over there, I don't know where that's going. But ours should be in very shortly. Come from Birmingham International going to Rugeley Trent Valley. I think this will be it here. Not quite sure. That's gone. That's got Wolverhampton on it, so I assume that that is going to go right up the end of the platform, and then the Rugeley Trent Valley will come in at this end. So that's going into 6A, and ours goes into 6B. You've got to be very careful. You've got to know what you're doing. This might be the one for Rugeley. So the one in 6A has got to go out before the Rugeley one in 6B can depart for Rugeley. Very, very quiet. And here we are now departing from Birmingham.
Welcome aboard this West Midlands Railway service to
the Banty West Coast.
Rugeley Trent Valley.
We go via Walsall and Bescot, so we might catch a freight at Bescot, I don't know.
We will be calling at Marston Green, Lee Hall, Stechford, Adderley Park,
Cross country going out at the same time.
Cambridge Parkway, Walsall, Bloxwich, Bloxwich North, Landywood, Cannock, Hensford, Rugeley Town and Rugeley Trent Valley. The next stop will be Marston Green.
Quite nice looking out. We're looking west and you've got the canal there. I think it's the Grand Union. Don't see that at all once the leaves get on the trees. And up here, I think it's Soho carriage depot. There's usually a shunter, but if it's right up the other end, we branch off and you can't see it. I watch a number of canal boat people on YouTube. Here's the sidings. Let's see, we veer off to the right, we do, but keeping straight on I think goes to Wolverhampton. Oh, there's the shunter right up there. Oh, I've just flicked the still camera and the movie, so we'll just see what happens. This is Bescot Stone Terminal. Oh, the red shed behind me. I can't film out of both windows. Shunters hidden as usual. There's usually 2 shunters here. Oh, we've got a 66 up here. We've just had 3 more locos behind us, which I couldn't film. I could always get on a train and come back again and film the other side. Bit late now, we're past the locos. Yeah. Very awkward. Cement works here.
We are now approaching Walsall.
Okay, I've decided I'm going to get off at Walsall and go back through Bescot Yard and then come back up again perhaps on the next train. I really don't know, I'm at a loss now. No, I won't. I think I'll God, I don't know what to do. There's one train already gone. We're mucking about here all day, I suppose. No, we'll go up to Rugeley Trent Valley, I think. Trouble is, these trains are only one every hour, and just to get a couple of shots of a couple of locos, you're going to waste 2 or 3 hours. Be trying to go back home then. There you go. This is Walsall anyway. We are now in the area, and 2 stations, Bloxwich and Bloxwich, or was it Wich or With? Bloxwich.
We are now approaching Bloxwich North.
Blockwich, yeah. We've been through Blockwich, now we've got Blockwich North now. Just block onto that, will you? Should be a train coming down here in a minute, I think. Look at that. How did I know that? Well, the last time I came up here, all the leaves were on the trees and you couldn't see the, we'll call them towers. Couldn't hardly see them at all. So I understand they're all going to be knocked down anyway. But we're now in the Rugeley area and traversing northeast to Rugeley Trent Valley, and when we get there we will be on the West Coast main line. We'll be got Avantis travelling at I don't know, 130 miles an hour, and might get a freight, but at the moment I'm going to continue on my escapade and go up to Stafford for a little while. There, she's on again.
Our final station.
No peace at all.
Thank you for travelling with West Midlands Railway. Please mind the gap.
This is where we join the West Coast Main Line. This is the line we go up when we go to Scotland or Carlisle. Very fast line.
Gentlemen, now approaching Rugeley Trent Valley where the service terminates. Please remove your personal belongings and mind the gap between train and the platform edge. Rugeley Trent Valley, our next and final stop, all change, please, all change.
Nothing here, no toilets. The smallest waiting shelter you could possibly find. But you never know what to expect. Okay, we'll get off and have a look now, shall we? Oh! All right. Well, that was very unfortunate. As I got off the train, 2037s on the measurement train went past and I missed them. Never mind. Someone always seems to ring when there's something good going. It's usually David, but this time it was my good friends from Scotland.
Does not stop here. Please hold on to pushchairs, wheelchairs and your belongings. Stand behind the yellow line.
There we go, that's the postal, Royal Mail.
Platform 1 for the 12.
Okay, we've got a number of youngsters over there on the platform waiting to go towards Stafford and Crewe. Whether they all get on this train or not remains to be seen, but there's some, oh, there were some lads sitting on the steps over there and I stopped and spoke with them, and the kids are not at school here. I'm sure at home in Northampton the kids are back at school, but they're not here. So I don't know whether to still go to Stafford or whether to give it a miss. I don't want to go where there's loads of kids and there's nowhere to sit. It is nice and comfortable here in the sun. I can always go to Stafford another day, can't I? Thank you very much.
Hold on to pushchairs, wheelchairs and your belongings. Stand behind the yellow line.
I'll be with you in a minute. There's another one coming the other way. That was nice, a nice pair, made up for the two yellow one, the yellow peril, or the banana as they call it. Oh, that one doesn't normally come down here either. Oh, okay.
The next train at platform 3 does not stop here. Please hold on to pushchairs, wheelchairs and your belongings. Stand behind the yellow line.
that cooled the breeze down a little bit. It's nice and warm sitting here in the sun, a nice cool breeze. Glad I'm not sitting in a bikini. Well, here's another train coming in from Birmingham, and I've been sitting here for over an hour now, and I've decided that I'm not going to go to Stafford today. I'm going to give it a rest and get on the train and sit down for an hour and go back to Rugby and do Stafford another day. And won't be long before my train, just a few minutes. Hopefully my train will be appearing down the tracks.
05 London North Western Railway service to Rugby, calling at Lichfield Trent Valley, Tamworth, Atherstone, Nuneaton and Rugby. This train has 8 carriages. Change at Tamworth for services throughout the East Midlands and also for destinations in the northeast of England. Change at Nuneaton for services to Leicester. This train will not be calling at Milton Keynes Central and London Euston today. This is due to a fault on a train in front of this one. Please make sure you travel in the correct part of the train. Passengers for Atherstone must board the front 4 carriages only.
Okay, this is where this train is terminating. It's a fault on this train apparently, not the one that was in front of us. So I'm going to get off here. I've just had a word with my big son David. He's going to look and see if there's any freight coming through and if it's worth me. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. Yes, David? Yes? Oh, it's gone dead. Right, okay. See, you never know what's going to happen, do you? There's nothing here at Rugby. So I'll see what he says and maybe I'll stay for half an hour or even an hour, who knows. See you in a bit. Well, I've had a word with my son and they've got, it's 2 o'clock. There's one at 2:15 and one about 2:30. So I'll hang on for them, I think. Just to give you a couple of freights. It's not been a fantastic day, but I've just enjoyed being back riding on the trains. That's what it's all about for me. Well, my hearties, here comes your bonus shot. I hope you've enjoyed this ramble around the West Midlands. See you again next time. Bye for now. Well, there's another little bonus for you. This is the 1433 direct to London, and ours is the 1433 to Northampton. But this one's early and ours is probably a minute or two late. Oh, I just love those Pendolinos. If you go in them, go first class. Book your seat in advance and go very early in the morning. You can't go wrong. The same track machines as what we saw this morning. And for those that don't know, behind there, behind them bushes, etc., is the Colas depot. Okie dokie. Oh, let me just show you this. This has all been refurbished, this coach. It's lovely, it really is. And the seats are not solid, they're just nice. Not ever so roomy, but they are the sort of London and out to the counties train, but they're comfortable anyway, nice to travel on. But I don't like it when they're 5 seats across. Okay. This is Coventry International Rail Freight Terminal again. Should be something here. We're going quite slow, so we might be lucky enough to get a nice picture. I should imagine that they've just let one out going south in front of us. That's why we're going slow. There should be a loco sitting in the front of one of these water trains. I'm hanging over the back of the seats, not very easy. Golly, that water train is long, and there's a loco on it, ready to bring it down back through Northampton just after 3 o'clock.
London North Western Railway, thank you for travelling with us today. This is Northampton, our final stop. All change.
Now, I think that'll stop and the engine will reverse so it can shunt it into the siding. That's 2 freights. There's one just passed, there's another one there. It's all going all at once now. We're waiting for the water train to come down through the station platform. We'll go into platform 4. Come on, something's got to happen here. We've got to be a loco because it's going that way. And it wasn't on the back, so it must be on the front. Here it is. Oh. What happened there then? That was a sudden jerk, wasn't it? Come on, mate. Get this one. We don't want it under the bridge. Thank you. Look at that. big deal. Okay, there's enough bonus shots there to send us home for the night, isn't there? Wonder why he suddenly jerked there. That's a bad bit of track. So that freight is now going in there to be unloaded, I should think. And a lot of clearing of bushes and trees. These tracks were covered, but they've cleared it all up now and using it. Okay, see you in a minute. Well, here's your bonus. This is the water train that we saw up at the Coventry International Rail Freight Terminal. So we've done very, very well, haven't we? Oh, that was lucky, weren't it? Oh well. Well, this looks very nice. And I'll say a big thank you to my big son David. You can find him on Flickr. I'll try and remember to put it up on the screen. Thank you very much, David, otherwise I wouldn't still be here. Okay, I'm going home now. Okay, ta-ta, thanks for coming all of you.